Hey there everybody, it's Miss Mac again. I am back to go over sewing kits today. As you know from my last video, it came in very handy to make sure that I had a travel sewing kit. So I thought that I would go over a couple of them with you today so that we could talk about some of the things we absolutely need to make sure that we have in our sewing kits, some of the prices of different sewing kits that are out there, where you can find them, and also which ones are the best for the best value and what you actually need. All right, everybody. So over here on the table, I have 3 different sewing kits here, and we are going to talk about each one, specifically where they came from, how much they were, and what exactly is in each of these. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to move this actually, because we're going to talk about 2 different stores. I'm going to talk about a couple more, but we don't have the other ones here with me. But we have a Singer Survival Sewing Kit that is 64 pieces. I got this at Walmart and it was $8.34. Now, if you were to go to Target, the markup on this is a couple dollars more, but it's the exact same one. That's why I didn't buy any of these from Target, because each one of these I found cheaper at Walmart or somewhere else. So this is a 64 piece. It is a Singer 64 piece survival sew kit. This one here is one that I also got at Walmart. It is their Hello Hobby brand. It's just a sew and repair travel kit. And it was only $4.97. It just comes in this little zipper pouch. And we'll go over that one in just a second. And then this one I got at Hobby Lobby, as you can see here. This is their Sewology line, and which I think is their store brand that they sell. I don't think you can actually buy Sewology anywhere else. So this was at Hobby Lobby. This one was $7.99. Now, the one that I carry with me, the pink one that you guys saw in the other video, was very, very similar to this one. Same type of case and everything. It was hot pink. Don't ask me why. But it was $8.99 at Dollar General. Okay, basically the same size. But we're going to go over what's in each of these and talk about what your best value for the money is and things like that. So the first one we're going to take a look at is this Singer 64-piece survival sew kit. Now, the good thing about this one is that on the back of this, it had all 64 in pieces included. Okay, so it tells you each and everything that's in there. And it talks about scissors, tape measure, 4 spools of thread, each 25 yards each. 5 hand needles, which is a little low for a travel sewing kit, but really, how many do you need? Needle threader, a thimble, 2 fabric marking pencils, which I thought was really interesting. 20 ball head straight pins, 15 safety pins, 6 buttons, fabric glue, another very interesting addition to this travel kit. 6 peel and stick tape strips, which can come in handy when you're in a rush and don't want to do something like a blind hem stitch. And then this thick storage case. Now this one, again, $8.34. I was interested in seeing if I actually went through all this, because it doesn't list it on here. One thing that I find very interesting is that they do not have a seam ripper in here. Okay, so here are your fusible strips that you can, do a quick fuse on a hem if something's popped down. Here's chalks. You get a blue and a white one. There is your fabric glue, permanent fabric adhesive here. You have your needles, more fabric strips, thimble, plastic thimble, interesting. Your needle threader and tape measure. Only 4 spools of thread, all in neutral colors. 25 yards a piece though, so that's interesting. And they have all of your 15 pins, your safety pins, your buttons, everything other than your needles are in this one case. And I'm not really sure if I like that, because I think fumbling around trying to find exactly what I need out of here, either I'm going to have to like spill it out and kind of, I don't know, just kind of search for stuff and hope I don't drop needles on the floor or whatever. Plus, these needles don't seem very long. They seem rather short. And I don't know. I think I would just be concerned about everything being mixed up together like that. There does not seem to be a seam ripper in here. Again, there are only 5 needles in here, but you know, how many needles do you really need, I guess. So there's that. And the scissors that came with it do not seem to have any real sharp tip at all. Okay, so it's not like you could use your scissors as like a seam ripper, because they're not embroidery type scissors like these fine scissor ends here. Okay, so I would be, I don't know. I'm not too sure about this. Yes, it's great that they have the fabric adhesive in here and the permanent fabric adhesive and the strips. I don't know. I'm not as impressed as I thought I would be with this, mainly because everything's kind of bundled up together. There's only 4 threads, and these chalk pencils are nice, but this doesn't seem to me like a case that would be carried, you know, for travel, unless you are a student of fabric design and are looking at, you know, your clothes are fixing to go on a runway and you have to make quick alterations, something like that, just for the chalk pencils and stuff like that. I'm not really sure that those are necessary to have in a travel kit. This was the most expensive kit at $8.34, again, plus tax. You know, hard case can be good. But at the same point, if you're trying to shove it in a corner of your suitcase, it can also take up more than what you were planning. So that's just one of them. And let's go ahead and take a look at what we have in some of the others. All right, so the next one we're going to take a look at is this $4.97 one, also from Walmart, the Sew and Repair Travel Kit. Here it says a pin cushion, scissors, seam ripper, thimble, 60-inch tape measuring tape, 40 ball head pins, needle threader, storage pouch, 40 buttons, oh my goodness, 30 hand needles, 13 safety pins, and 10 different threads of spool, all 10 yards apiece. Okay, so this pouch is actually designed where this has all the goodies in it. So let's go ahead and take this out like so. Again, not impressed with the scissors. We have some duller tip scissors here, but this one does come with a seam ripper. Okay, so that actually kind of makes up for not having those really sharp scissors. We have a metal thimble. All of our sewing our safety pins are all together on this one safety pin. Here are all our buttons. Looks like they're all pass-through buttons, which they should be. They're all white. We have a multitude of 2 and 4 hole sew-through buttons, so that's interesting. This has 10 different colors in it. I kind of like the variety of colors here. The neutral colors in the other one were great, but I kind of like the different colors here because you never know when you might have a red blouse and you don't want to use white or black or brown from the other one that you're trying to fix the hem on or sew a button on or something. So I kind of like that. I really like how these are all put in here, and they're much longer tips than the other ones. So we have all of our needles, all of our pins here. Really liking that. Keeps them all together nice and neat. In the other pocket, we also have a multitude of different size. So if you're doing actually like embroidery thread, we have the large whole eye, small eyes on the needles. So you can choose whichever you want. Lengths are different up and down, so you're not just limited to the 5 that it comes with, but there's like 30 in here, so that's pretty interesting. And then our needle threader. The pin cushion. Oh my goodness, that's something else that was not in this one over here. I don't know, super impressed with this, but you know, at least it's something that while you're working, you can stick your pins in and without trying to stick them back in here. Overall, this seems like it's a really great set for the amount of money that you actually have to pay for it. So $5 at Walmart, and can kind of be stacked on top of each other to try and save space, or can just kind of shove down in the corner of your suitcase. I definitely think this is probably a better deal and something that would be worth looking into versus the $8 one over here for people who are just worried about fixes on the go. You can always if you're worried about hems and don't want to do a blind hem or something like that, you can always end up buying fusible tape strips or, you know, fusible glue or something from, you know, the store and just adding it to your kit as well. So overall, $5 for this one. Great kit. Pretty much has everything you need in it. Okay, there are some things that I'd like to look at a little bit more, but, you know, this is a great kit. So not bad at all. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next one. Last but not least, we have the Sewology brand sewing kit. Let's see, 41 pieces, $7.99. Says it has a needle compact, six-piece snap fasteners. Ooh, we got snaps in this one. 10 different spools of thread, measuring tape, tracing wheel, another interesting addition, safety thimble, a dressmaking pencil like the other one, a needle threader, seam ripper, pin cushion, pin wheel, safety pin, scissors, wool needle, shirt buttons, and 2-piece hook and eyes. Ooh, we even got hook and eyes in here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. $7.99 at Hobby Lobby. This is just one big case. This is like the case that I also got at Dollar General that I currently am using. So this is the 10 different colors, wide range of colors here. I really like this. We don't seem to have a dark blue in here, but I do like the fact that we have this, like, the black and then this kind of olive brown and then this lighter suede brown. I kind of like that. We have all these different colors in between. Not sure how much I'll be using the pinks in here, but the rest of the colors look really good. My work, their color is this color, so that's actually a great color for me to have because a lot of our work shirts are this color, so that works out great. We have much larger scissors here. That's great. Okay, definitely larger scissors. The tips are actually more fine point than the ones in the other two, which is interesting, but still... that is the one thing I would say is kind of a necessity when you're on a trip, is that you really still kind of need one of these fine embroidery scissors. That would be my suggestion to add to any of these, is having that little fine embroidery scissor that you can always have. But not a bad pair of scissors. I'll take that. Works good for me. Here is our needle wheel. Again, lots of different needles in here, assorted different needles. This one also has the large eye, plus all the other size eyes, small eyes, medium size eyes, plus different sizes and lengths of your needles as well. So that there is your embroidery for your wool, because it's going to be a thicker thread. So that's great that these are all in there. We have the same type of needle wheel for our pins, like that. Metal thimble, good job. See, again, not too excited about just the case with all the stuff in it. If it was different, like little baggies, I think that would just help so much more. This has your pins, your buttons, your fasteners, so your snap fasteners here, and again, your hook and eyes, which are these things right here. Some people may not know what these are. So these are the things that go at the top of zippers on like skirts and the top of dress zippers to make sure that it closes all the way. So those are always handy to have. So that's a good assortment. Again, not too excited about the quantity or the fact that they are all kind of dumped into this one little tray. So I would have to kind of like go looking around for what I needed, but not bad. Tape measure, seam ripper, yes, another one. So again, because we don't have the really sharp scissors, we do have the seam ripper, which will work. We do have, we do have a chalk in here. Love the fact that we have the traditional pin cushion with the little, this actually sharpens your pins, by the way. That's what this is for. And then you have your actual pin cushion here, the little tomato, though it's not red. Our needle threader. My bad. Here is the wool needle. Notice it's for yarn. So very large there. So if you need to fix something like that. Interesting that they would put a tracing wheel in here. Not sure why they would have a tracing wheel in like a regular travel kit. I'm not sure if I could see me using this. Like, this would not be a necessity to put in there. Probably will come in handy at some point, but you know, not a necessity. I don't know. Overall, I think this is a great pack. $7.99, a couple bucks more than the $5 Walmart pack over here. I don't know. This would be a hard call if I had to choose one. Great pack. Really like the design. Love the fact that we have a full-size pin cushion here. We've got several different needles, threads. Still not a big fan of the all-in-one case with all the little junk, all the little stuff in it. But you know, it's not a bad deal. Again, something that can slide easily into the side of your suitcase, kind of shoved down in the corner somewhere, and nothing's really going to crush or puncture it. So yeah, not a bad one at all there too. So that is our Hobby Lobby $7.99 one. So I want to say the Dollar General one was also, I really want to say when I bought it, it was like $7.99. I haven't seen them in my Dollar General store recently. It comes with pretty much everything you see in here, except for it did not come with the chalk and it did not come with this wheel, and the things were separated. So it's interesting that, you know, it was about the same price. It didn't had a couple less things in it, but again, couldn't really see myself using a tracing wheel on the road. I might need it at one point, but it's not something I've needed so far. The chalk, again, if you're a fashion student, maybe, or, you know, fashion designer, maybe not so much if you're just traveling. But yeah, so not a bad price, $7.99, 41 pieces. But here's the kicker. Their 41 pieces, they don't count all your pens. They don't count, you know what I mean? All your needles you're getting. Whereas this 64-piece one from Singer absolutely does count every single 5 hand needles, 20 safety pins, 20 ball head straight pins. So this seems like you may be getting a lot more, but you're really not. Okay, so this 834 single one, again, I don't know. Seems like they're really adding up the numbers to try and make it market. So let's go back to the drawing board here and see which one I think would be my favorite to travel around with. All right, guys, so final thoughts here. I've kind of looked at everything that's in them, weighed over the cost and the amount of what actually is in each one. And I would have to say, honestly, I would probably not recommend the Singer Survival Sew Kit. The fact that it like itemizes your, you know, you have 5 needles and they're going to count those as 5 of your 64. Probably not the best bang for your buck. Both of the Hobby Lobby Sewology kits and the Walmart kit, I do like both of these. I do like the organization of this one, probably more so the other one, because things are separated and you have the buttons and you have the safety pins and the needles and everything's kind of separated. I do like that. Makes it easier to kind of grasp. This one, again, only $5. Love the fact that I can kind of fold it up or I can leave it like this and kind of slide it in somewhere. $5. This is a great deal. Okay. I'm not sure you could actually beat this. Okay. So, yeah. I think overall I'd have to go with this one. This one's probably the best bang for your buck and something that easily you could match many of your outfits and everything else with the different color threads in here. $5. Can't beat it. Okay. And you get a lot of different pieces in here. So this would probably be my top recommendation. However, again, I do like the full-size pin cushion in here. I do like the fact that the scissors are larger. They're not going to hurt my hands if I have to actually cut some extra fabric or something, which I normally don't find when in a travel instance, so that might not be a big necessity. But you know, a chalk pen, hey, I might need that one day, you know. I don't know. Again, probably the downside that I personally am not liking is the fact that this little case has all of those extra buttons and hook and eyes and all that stuff in one little case. So I would have to kind of fumble through it. I do like the fact that it does have fasteners and snaps and hook and eyes in it. But depending on what the majority of your clothes are, I actually don't wear a lot of skirts. I don't wear a lot of dresses. Not a lot of my clothes have hook and eye, so I probably wouldn't need that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Still not a bad deal. Only $7.99 at your local Hobby Lobby. I would have to rate this one as probably my second favorite. And my third one, I wish I had another one here because I'm not even sure I could recommend this Singer Sewing one to you. I would have to say the reason why I bought it is because I was excited about the fact that it actually had like adhesive strips in it. But it just doesn't have all of the lovely things that you could actually use, like the 40 different pins and needles and things like that. That's probably another thing too. The pins in this one are like regular full-size fabric needles, and the pins in the Singer case are much shorter. And I was really surprised at that, and the fact that they all came, everything just being all mixed up in this little thing, and they're all, I mean, the pins in that one are literally no bigger than the case this way. Okay, so I don't know. I probably would not recommend this one. I will probably actually end up giving this one away. You know, not that it would be a total loss for somebody. It's just not going to be one that I use. So that's all I have for now. What do you really need in a traveling kit, though, is pins, needles, thread, okay, and a sharp little pair of scissors. You can, if you have those in your home, you can throw everything in a Ziploc bag and go for it, okay? Those are your bare necessities, and everything else is just icing on the cake. So, that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed our little introduction into travel sewing kits, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.